guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video, and for today's video we are going to be talking about first cars. First car is a momentum, I can't even say that word, momentum? A good moment in your life, you know, a special moment. A first car is something that you can chill with your friends in, crash into a wall and not really care about it, and genuinely just love it. I mean, maybe not crash into a wall, but you know, maybe reverse into a wall or something. I am actually going to be going through the top first cars here in the UK that are under £1,000, that are cheap to insure and cheap to tax. Those P's you got are valuable and you don't want to be spending too much of it. So yeah, without further ado, let's go straight into this list. Now let me quickly get this out of the way. I'm not a car guy. I do not know the specifications of every single car in this video. All I know is that half of the cars in this video my mates have had, and I've had some sort of experience with them. For all of the cars in today's video, I'll be going through some of their specifications, including brake horsepower, 0 to 60 times, and most importantly, road tax and insurance group. So then the first car on my list is probably one of the most popular ones. It is the Volkswagen Marco Polo. See what I did there? Marco Polo. I'd honestly say they're a nice, comfortable, good looking-ish first car. I basically grew up with this car, you know what I mean? My mum had it, my sister had it, has it now. Interior wise, it's quite spacious, you know what I mean? The back seat, you know, cramming in like a whole family's worth of people. It's actually quite comfortable. Obviously the middle seat's a bit uncomfortable, but that's always uncomfortable. I feel like it feels quite big on the interior compared to the size from the outside. Inside the Marco Polo, there's a lot of places to store stuff, like your McDonald's wrappers, your girl's numbers, etc, etc. There's the door cards and everything. Quite honestly, there's so much places to put shit. So I have actually driven Polos before, and they are nice to drive, you know. And yeah, you could also say that you had a Volkswagen for your first car. So hopping straight in with the Volkswagen Polo, the insurance group is 4, and obviously the lower the number, the cheaper the insurance is, and obviously road tax is approximately £160 a year, 54 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 16.9 seconds, and 47 miles per gallon. The next car on my list is the Citroen C1. I actually learned in a Citroen C1 just like this one, and honestly, it's pretty decent to drive. I'd honestly say, again, with the Citroen C1, it's quite a big car on the inside compared to the outside, you know what I mean? I'd honestly say when driving this car, I'm not sure what engine size my instructor's car was, but it was nippy, you know what I mean? It was quick, you know. With the Citroen C1, especially learning to drive in, it was a small car, which is really nice because obviously you don't want a big car, especially as a first car. You can bay park easy, you can fit in bays easy, I mean, you can parallel park in smaller spaces or bigger spaces. You can definitely feel how small the car is when driving it, and that's a good thing for your first car, you know what I mean? For the Citroen C1, for a 1-litre engine, it's insurance group 1, road tax £20 a year, 0 to 60 times is 13.3 seconds, and it has 68 brake horsepower. Now the next car on my list is genuinely, it was my dream first car, and my dream was pretty low, but like my friends had one of these and I was just in love every time I walked past it. This is a Fiat Grande Punto. Quite honestly, I think it is one of the best looking first cars you can buy. Comment down below if you agree with me or don't agree with me, but I personally do feel like it's one of the best looking. The Fiat is honestly one of the longer and bigger cars. I'm not sure if it's wider or anything, but it's definitely a longer car than most of the other ones I've seen so far. That's not a bad thing though, because it's quite spacious on the inside, you know. There are different types of Puntos. There's just the Fiat Punto, but the Fiat Grande Punto is quite nice because it's got features like city mode, where you can just, you know, the steering is so light that you can just touch with a finger. I haven't driven it, but it felt smooth to drive, you know what I mean? My friend who got it when he was like 17 had it up until this year, so like it's lasted a year and a half, and I think it was less than £2,000. Obviously, we're talking about a grand, less than £1,000, but his car worth £2,000 lasted that long. With the Fiat Punto, we have a 1.2-litre engine. We have insurance group 4, road tax £145 a year, 0 to 60 in 14 seconds, and brake horsepower 65. Next car is a Renault Clio. Honestly, I swear, this is like everybody's first car. Good thing about this car is they're really small. You know what I mean? They're really small, which means it's really good for a first car. Renault Clio, we have insurance group 5, road tax £145, 47 miles to the gallon, 0 to 60 in 14.5 seconds, and 60 brake horsepower. Next car is a Ford Fiesta. This is another popular car. And yeah, to be honest, I have no experience with that car, so I'm not going to try and give it good points because I don't know. For a 1.25 engine, we've got 80 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 12.9 seconds, 49 miles per gallon, and insurance group 6, and also road tax £145. Next one is a Skoda Fabia. Have I said that right? This car, honestly, it's big. It's big for a first car, you know what I mean? Bigger than all the other ones. Haven't had any experience with this car, so obviously if you're looking into the car, look into it a bit more. For the Skoda, for a 1.2 engine, it's 64 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 15.4 seconds, insurance group 4, 47 miles to the gallon, and £145 per year on road tax. Vauxhall Corsa. I haven't had experiences with the really old ones, which are going to be under £1,000 if you would like a car under £1,000. I haven't really had any experiences with it, but again, so I can't really say much about it. But they're, again, small cars, easy for parallel parking in, easy for bay parking. For the Vauxhall, with a 1 litre engine, it has 64 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 17.6 seconds, 55 miles per gallon, insurance group 2, and road tax £30. Next one, it's a bit of a tricky one. Obviously, sometimes you can't pick it up for less than £1,000, sometimes you can. It is a Mini. Now, basically, this car, if you rock up to school in a Mini, people are going to be like, Obviously, it's going to be quite hard to pick these cars up for under £1,000, but it is possible, you know what I mean? It's just probably going to have a lot of miles. Nissan Micra. I've had a race with one of these, and they're quite nippy, you know what I mean? Don't know if it's because I drive like a granny or that car's faster than mine, but yeah. Nissan Micra 1.2 litre engine, 64 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 13.1 seconds, miles per gallon 47, insurance group 7, and road tax £145. And the last car on my list is a Hyundai i10. Now, this car I've actually been in. I'd honestly say it's nothing special, you know what I mean? But it's just how you want the car to be, you know what I mean? It's logical, you know what I mean? It's comfortable to drive, it's logical. The buttons are like just placed where you want them to be placed. For the Hyundai, 1.1 litre engine, 66 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 15.1 seconds, 56 miles to the gallon, and insurance group 8, and road tax 30. But yeah, obviously, if you have had an experience with these cars, then comment that down below. Obviously, if you're looking at any of these cars, then tell me. If you're looking to get your first car, tell me in the comments below, and we can have a little group community session, you know what I mean? If there are any other cars that you can recommend, comment them down below. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for all your support. Hopefully this was somewhat entertaining to you guys. I know I don't know a lot about cars, but it's more just giving you an idea of the cars that are out there. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see your faces in the next video.